Welcome to this unique chat show, Your 1%, on VOICESNVIEWS.com. The human being is an intelligent animal. We have the power to create, but we have destroyed the earth. Forests are disappearing. The rivers run dry. Wildlife is extinct. The climate is ruined. And the land looks uglier and gets poorer day by day. I remember a line I learnt in school. I think I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree. Today's guests are Nusrat and Afzal Khatri, who will explain to us and tell us about the importance and significance of biodiversity and the need to protect our nature. They have dedicated themselves to educating school and college students and have set up several biodiversity projects all over Mumbai. Mr. Khatri, you are a successful businessman in New York. What
That's
inspired you to come back to India?
Oh, we always wanted to come back to our motherland. We were waiting for our daughter's 12th grade to be completed, and after that we came back to give back to the society. We took early retirement and we wanted to just help out people and do something good for the city.
So Nusrat, were you also happy to come back to India?
Really happy to come back, and we had you don't pack your belongings in your bag, you pack your dreams also. We came with full contentment to our country, and we thought now remaining life we want to live very empowered life, both of us. It took long for us to decide what we want to do, how we want to shape our life. Then coming back to India, we saw there are 4 areas we can work: poverty hai, education hai, corruption hai. You find everywhere, you read a newspaper every day. And since we always wanted to come back, we used to on internet, we used to read a newspaper regularly over there, what's happening back home. So we thought, let's take up environment. And then we both decided we must have some education on this ground. So I did horticulture course, and he learned A to Z everything about composting, recycling the garbage.
You began your work in your own housing society. What were the first steps that you took?
First we started cleaning up the building area, surrounding. And in that we thought, if on road you don't require one stone also, it is not required, well, it should be over there. So let's clean up thoroughly. Then we only hired the begaris. We tried to speak to people, but people, in fact, we didn't get discouraged, but we got negative answers, and that's very normal, I feel. कि कुछ नहीं होएगा, वापस ऐसा ही हो जाएगा, and nobody will help you. BNC also will support you. But we thought it's okay, let it be. We called up BNC, and of course they were not used to this kind of request कि पूरा रोड थरा क्लीन करना है, पत्थर भी नहीं चाहिए तो क्यों है पड़ा है वहाँ पर. Then we told them कि okay, don't worry, we'll clean up, we'll make a heap, keep it separately. You'll only come and pick it up or what? So the officer said yes, we'll do that. He thought we are just talking, but we have practically did it. We hired the bekaris. We thought it's okay, we'll pay from our pocket, no problem. And then we hired the bekaris, they did the cleaning, we also helped them. Total roads were cleaned, and then we called, after 2-3 days in the evening, we called the officer कि सब हो गया, इसे सब हो गया, क्या हो गया, जब पूरा रोड साफ हो गया. And then he could not believe, but he came personally on the motorbike. We were not knowing him, he was not knowing us. He was standing at the gate of Viceroy Park. He came and could not believe his eyes. इसने सब साफ कर दिया. I said, यार झेल करके रखा है, आप लोग ले जाइए. To our surprise, they really gave us full support. And next day morning they picked up everything.
And inside your building, what were the things that you were able to do for your building?
The building like
the society.
Society. First thing was clean up, and we made a 0 pan zone in the building. Not one drop of pan ka thuk was there in the whole Viceroy Park building, and we worked towards it, counseling each and every person, drivers, workers, and speaking to people, visitors, guests, everybody, requesting them not to spit around. And then plantation. Try to collect maximum varieties. Wherever I used to see a cutting, I used to just get the small cutting, and I used to grow it. So we had nearly 1400, more than that, varieties of plants. And Mr. Khatri, he worked on the composting area. So we used to generate, 2 buildings used to generate 120 kg of garbage every day. 4 buildings, 60 kg. And 4 buildings, 120 kg of garbage. And that's a wet garbage, organic waste. So we segregated those two, dry and wet. And we used to compost this 120 kg of garbage in 2 different composting pits. And one pit used to give us in 3 months about 350 kg of organic manure. Used to be sufficient for the whole building garden, and plants used to bloom like anything. We did not require any medicine for the plants. Nothing we required artificial for the plants. Not even manure we purchased, we used only that. And those 1400 different kind of varieties, and then we put the name tags on the plants. And slowly garden bloomed, the area looked very nice, and by grace of God and everybody's support, that includes our committee members and the building people, and we got 3 awards continuously, 2 by Orchid Ecotel Hotel and 1 by MCGM. They had a competition. So our building was called greenest and cleanest building in the area.
Is it not the responsibility of the government and the municipality to give us clean streets?
It is their responsibility. But just consider, is it not our duty also, the duty of the citizens, to have within themselves civic sense and help municipal corporation in maintaining cleanliness and neatness all around? Because this is my city, my country, and like my home, it is mine. So it is my responsibility also not to dirty it, not to litter around, not to spit. So it is very simple to blame, point a finger at somebody that BMC is not working, not doing their job. But consider one thing which is very practical, which we have to understand this. The 2 hands cleaning the roads and 2000 hands dirtying it simultaneously. Is it possible to clean it? No, it is not possible. A magician also cannot do that. So we should realize that it is I'm doing something wrong. I should not dirty it. I should keep it clean. That's how we can make our cities beautiful. So that is a very wrong notion we have, that the municipal corporation doesn't work. No, it is we who are responsible. The citizens are responsible because of the wrong habits. Now, let me tell you about this waste, solid waste management. We propagate this message to the students and colleges all over Bombay. Now, we can start this practice from our very own home. Segregation of garbage. It can be segregated into various types, like biodegradable, that is wet waste. Now, biodegradable waste, let me put it very simply, that whatever God has made it, nature has made it, those are biodegradable, which can be treated and composted to be converted to manure. Now, if I, or my neighbor, or my society, or my housing complex, others, if everybody starts practicing this, so we will be saving that biodegradable waste from going to the dumping grounds. And plus, dry waste like paper, plastics, glass, if we segregate them, they can be sold to the recyclers, which can be reused. So the entire waste which is generated by us within our homes can be treated, can be reused. So if all does this, we will be saving our dumping grounds, where when it rains, the reaction takes place and the water seeps into the ground, which damages the soil, it damages the marine life, and it damages cultivation, and plus it produces gases, poisonous gases, which is released in the air, which we breathe in. So we can prevent all this, and we can keep the environment clean. And this treatment of garbage, that is composting, again there are wrong notions and wrong ideas about it. People, when we talk about it, the first question arises in the mind of the people that, oh, it stinks, oh, it creates mosquitoes, it is a breeding ground for mosquitoes, insects. These are all false. It doesn't, if it is treated properly, it doesn't smell, then mosquitoes don't breed on that. If they breed always on the stagnant water. So those are all myths, wrong ideas. And then again we have got this notion that the garbage means negativity. So why keep negativity in our own premises? It should be thrown out. That is again wrong notion. Nature has created within itself a system of recycling. It is coming from the time when God created this universe. There was nothing such as this composting pit and all. In jungles, trees used to fall, leaves used to fall, fruits, animals used to die, birds used to die. They used to all fall on the ground. Where did it go? Due to the air, it got converted into manure. So this is how nature has created it. The same practice we can do it within our own premises, and we can really make our environment more pure.